Well, she's the face millions of people see when they start their days and is one of the most trusted voices in news. Now, Savannah Guthrie is opening up about her personal faith for the first time with her new book, Mostly What God Does. Savannah's with me now. Welcome.
Hi, Sarah. Great to be here.
Hi. Listen, it's happy book release day. I mean, this is a big day. How are you feeling?
Oh, I feel like I just gave birth.
Yes.
It's exciting. It's thrilling. It's a little nerve-wracking, but it's just been a labor of love, and it happened kind of fast. And
really?
Yeah, I just, like a year ago, I didn't even have this as a thought.
Oh my gosh.
And then I was given the opportunity to write about faith, and I just couldn't say no. I wanted to.
Yeah.
So I did.
Yeah, so we obviously know you've written children's books.
Yeah.
We love the Princesses Wear Pants series.
You.
I have to imagine this was a bit of a different animal.
Yes, it's no pictures. No pictures at all. And I never
feel like daunting.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's daunting because it's so personal.
So personal.
Also, I never really thought I would write a book, like a book. The kids' books were a delight and so much fun. But I certainly, this isn't a memoir, but I never thought I would write a memoir. But I just, it's if you know me, my friends, my family, my colleagues, faith is really important to me.
Yeah.
And I love talking about it, actually.
Yeah.
And so when given the chance to write something about it, I didn't say yes right away, but I didn't say no right away.
So that was a sign for you. You're
yes.
Like, maybe there's something in there.
So you're saying there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance.
So I thought I would just try.
Yeah, and so much of journalism is keeping this neutral stance.
Yeah.
So did you have any hesitation on sharing something so personal?
I mean, not from a news standpoint, because I'm still the same news person that I was yesterday and will be again tomorrow. It's just, it's completely different, but it's personal. And I think if you talk about faith, that's not one of those things that, it's not very compelling if you stand at a chalkboard and are saying, well, these are the principles of faith, or you should know this, or that. That's not what I'm doing here. First of all, I'm no expert. I'm not a theologian or a biblical scholar. I'm just a regular person who's lived life and learned a few things about faith along the way.
Yeah,
so
and what's worked for you.
Yeah, that's really the approach. It's really low key, and I hope accessible, and I hope appealing, like whether you're a person of faith or not. I think there are universal themes that I hope are really touching to people, and that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, I mean, you touch on everything from work to motherhood to family, and there's a blank page at the end of each chapter, at the end of each essay, and it's for a moment of reflection. So was this book almost a practice in faith for you?
It really was. I mean, first of all, it was a step out in faith, a step out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
I mean, I really never thought I would do something like that. And I did put the blank space because I feel like in our culture, especially right now, it's like silence is so rare.
Yeah.
And stillness and quiet. And yet that's sometimes the thing we need the most.
Absolutely.
So the book is just a series of essays, and you could read it in any order. I mean, honestly, you really could. And then the page at the end is just to sit there first. It's just to remind us to sit there for a second and see what comes up.
It's interesting that we have to be reminded to sit there and do nothing.
I know.
It's very hard to do that. But
it's very hard. I wrote a little, and by the way, silence does not come that easily to me.
Me neither.
Shocked to hear. I was like, what? This book is to be read, but also to be not read.
Yeah.
To just like, let it sit there.
I want to make sure we get this in because you have a book tour right now. You're doing some in the city with Hoda and Jenna.
Yes,
and
92nd Y on Thursday.
Yes, and then you've got one with Carson out in Long
Island in Huntington, New York. We've got Connecticut with Craig, and March 6th at Good Shepherd Church, which is my church here in downtown New York. Yeah,
and so
with Jenna.
I imagine that you love connecting with people. If you love talking about faith and you love connecting people at these book tours.
I do. It's so touching, and also just hearing that it's meaning something to them no matter where they come from or what faith they bring, whether they bring faith or doubt. People, I think, are yearning to have deeper conversations, and it's been so special to connect with people that way.
Yeah, I'm sure it has. I'm sure it's rewarding for you, just as rewarding it is for the people that are reading the book. So Savannah's book, Mostly What God Does, is out everywhere now, so be sure to pick up a copy. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Sarah. You're the best.
Yes.
See you around town,
baby.